Do you remember this guy, Mr Mkongi? I don't know where he is right now, but do you remember him? This is what he actually said.
The question arises, and we must investigate also what is the law of South Africa says. How can a city in South Africa be 80% foreign nationals? That is dangerous. That in Hillbrow and the surrounding areas, South Africans have surrendered their own city to the foreign nationals. The nation should discuss that particular question. You won't find South Africans in other countries dominating a city into 80%. Because if we do not debate that, that necessarily means the whole South Africa could be 80% dominated by foreign nationals. And the future president of South Africa could be a foreign national. We are surrendering our land. And it is not xenophobia. To talk truth, we fought for this land. From a white minority, we cannot surrender it to the foreign nationals. That is a matter of principles. We fought for this country, not only for us, for the generations of South Africans. The arms that are being used here in Hillbrow are arms of war, which are unlicensed. The hijacking of buildings here in Hillbrow is a sign of taking over power. The question of dominance of foreign nationals in illegal trading and also businesses that are here in Hillbrow is an economic sabotage that is taking place against our people that were supposed to be those that are running those particular businesses. We are facing here service delivery protests.
Yes, South Africans. Yes,
80% dominated by foreign nationals.
Yes, South Africans. Do you remember this guy? Nah? This guy was a deputy minister of police. I think the minister, if I'm not mistaken, was, I don't know, was it Fikile Mbalula? I think so. I don't know. 6 years ago, he spoke like this. Nah? He spoke like this 6 years ago. And after he spoke like this, obviously because it was the first time he becomes the minister, the deputy minister, or anything like that, he was in parliament. He was not that famous, you know, because he's spoken by a person. This thing is spoken by a person who's not famous, right? And then he just spoke and then it ended there. But he was speaking a very serious thing 6 years ago. Now, the question will be, what then did they do after that? Nothing. They didn't do nothing. This guy, he was a deputy minister from the ANC. That means he's from the ANC. You're asking a question to say, what did they do then? After he spoke like this, obviously, I don't think they took him very serious. They just said, he's just talking. All right? Look at what is happening now. From that 6 years ago, there is nothing that they did, right? Now, when Operation Tutu, because guys, any problem, it goes to a point where people, they get tired and they start taking actions by themselves, okay? Now, when Operation Tutula started, your March and March started, this is when the government starts to wake up. This is when the government is like, okay, I think we need to do something because this thing, it's out of hand. That's why I've always said, in South Africa, we are so good when it comes to being reactive instead of being proactive. All right? Now, They are starting to do something. You can see MMCs, they're going up and down, removing illegal buildings, doing all these things in cities, trying to clean up. Some of you are forgetting that the people who ignited this fire, who ignited this thing to happen, is these operations that you are blaming today. These operations that you are saying you are disappointed with them. These operations, you know very well. If you are a person who follow politics, you know very well that in South Africa, people, they don't take things serious until something tragic happens. They don't take it serious until something tragic happens. It had to take Operation Tutula to go to hospitals, taking people out and then say, yeah, you what you are supposed to do is to go to a private school, reminding people the laws of South Africa, because it seems like they have forgotten. And then I'm sitting, listening to Mr. Malat's ANCYL, ANC Youth League president. He is asked the question in a podcast at the David what, that podcast of David. He's asked the question about the corruption, about foreigners and everything, right? And then he says, no, in South Africa, we've got the laws that govern that thing of foreigners. But in South Africa, we've decided that we are going to open up. That means we have actually, there is a word he used actually. He said, we've got the laws, but we have I don't know, like we have bypassed them. Not bypass, I don't know the term, but like we just forget about it in a way, right? And then we decided to open the country. That's what he said. It's not me. I will make a video on that. You will hear him speaking to say, yes, in South Africa we've got the law that talks about the illegal foreigners. To say one of the laws, when you are in South Africa, you are a foreign national. For you to access health care, you need to go to a private hospital. Mr. Host, which is David, he says to him, when you go to other countries and you are a foreigner there, when you want health care, you have to pay for it. That means you go to where they will tell you to go according to their laws, right? And then he says, no, in South Africa, yes, we do have laws, but we have decided to open up. Why are you South African think it's right for people who make the law, put it in place, they tell us to follow the laws, right? And then we do. And then they decide because it suits them, because it favors some other people, because it favors some other countries, because they had some relations with them, to say, okay, we are going to open up without even telling anyone. All we know the laws, which are the laws that are in the Constitution. That's what we follow because you told us to follow those laws. Now, because it favors you, you are going to just take that law and pack it on the side and say, hi, we are opening up the South African borders, also South African, for everyone to access it. And you are going to sit there on the table at your work and you are going to tell me that is the right thing. That is the right thing to do. Hi, we decided to open up the country to everyone. What is that? What is that? What is that called? I told you in my other videos, go and check your cities. Now it's better because the MECs, they have taken this thing. They are working it, which is good, which is what they were supposed to do in the first place. There is no way we can have a law in South Africa, put a law in place, and then when it suits some people, and then they want to jump it and open the borders, you can just come the way you want. In other words, it doesn't even matter whether you are coming constructively, you are not coming constructively, you just come the way you want to come. No wonder we ended up having a bus, having an accident there. Boom, when they find out there are ARVs there. These are the consequences of that. But you guys, because it suits some people, you think that, in South Africa, open. Please, guys, and please stop this thing of using this thing of saying, during apartheid they helped you. During apartheid they helped you. It was a different situation, number one. Number two, not South Africa, not citizens of South Africa ran to those countries. It's only the people that were politically, meaning people who were maybe who were doing negotiations and then they wanted to take them out, they wanted to jail them, they wanted to do whatever, and then they ran to other countries. That's why you have a situation of Mr. Krisani. I believe that maybe one of the reasons that Mr. Krisani had to be at risk, it was because Mr. Hani didn't want maybe to run away. He didn't want to leave his people to say, nah, we are going to fight here. I'm going to stay here. If it happens, it happens. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to stay here and fight. And he stayed. And guess what happened to him? It was because of not, I can promise you right now, people who ran to those countries, I wouldn't be surprised if it was only politicians, which I can understand from where I'm sitting, because they were negotiating, trying to do whatever. Then when they wanted to take them out, when they wanted to jail them, they ran away to other countries. And when they went to other countries, they didn't go there and then those other countries, they said, okay, we're opening the doors. All South Africans, they can come just to hide. No, they were doing it accordingly. We are going to ease. In other words, we are going to ease how to apply asylum, how you apply passport, how you apply. They made those laws easy so that they can access them easier. So that when they run to those countries, it's easier to get there. It's not like they say, we are opening up. And even if they did to say we are opening up, South Africans, they were going to stay here and fight just like they did. The reason why we have the have the June 16, some of you go and celebrate June 16, going and drinking and doing whatever that you do outside there, celebrating it wrongly even. It is because there were people who said we are not going anywhere. We are going to fight for this country. We are going to stand here. We are going to stay here. We don't want any passport to go to any country. This is the only country we know, and we will fight it, and we will fight it to the end. And guess what? They did it. They didn't run away. Like I said, I'm not blaming people who went and ran because they were running because they wanted to take them out, or because maybe they were running some operations against the apartheid. I understand. But don't take that and put it in our face and now you want South Africa to just open. You didn't just open also. So you cannot say South Africa must just open and then you are using that thing of saying, because we've helped you, then we just have to open. No, guys, come on. If you are a rational person and if you are a person who is objective, you are not taking sides, you are looking at the situation, you will understand. This guy that you see on the screen, he spoke long time ago. And you can tell that when he was speaking angrily. He was seeing the country taken out, the country being taken easily, the cities being messed up. And some of you you didn't take him serious. I don't know where he is right now. I don't know if he's still around, but please God, if he's still around, he can come to Parliament and thank him. Okay? Because this is what he said, but people didn't take him serious. That's why we have this mess. It had to take these operations that you guys are criticizing. It had to take them for you to realize that this thing is bigger than you think. We are busy saying, no, the hospitals are not struggling because of guys, please stop that thing. Stop that thing. We all know that resources in a certain institution, resources when they are applied there, they are applied according to the population of that country, or to the population of that province, to the population of that city. When people come illegally in South Africa and they access that same public thing, which is supposed to be accessed by South Africans, it becomes an overload. And the resources now, they become less. And then you are telling me, it's not foreigners. And then that's why I was listening to Mr. Mkongi and I was like, Mr. Mkongi, come on. We do understand that some of the problems are not actually caused by foreigners. Of course, we had those problems a long time ago. We understand all of that, but we are trying to fix. And then there is someone who's trying to create another problem while we are trying to fix. Listen, sometimes I want to get rid of this topic. I want to stop talking about it. But I cannot because of what I hear people say out there sometimes. I don't understand why people don't get this thing. I don't understand. I don't get it. And a mistake here, this guy, he was talking and he was saying, and what I've been saying, he was saying, this thing is not for us now. It's for our future. It's for our children, the next generation. And people, they don't get it. They just think for themselves for now. As if like they don't have children. As if like the future will not have children. They are children. Anyway, it's okay, man. It's okay. People, if they want to live like this, it's fine. You can do it. We will see. We will see how things are going. I'm happy that things are happening the way they are, especially when it comes to cities. And I was complaining about what the Joburg mayor did in Joburg, in that Lillian Ngoi Street. Put a pavement in a city, in a place where it's busy, you put a pavement. And then the answer is, it's because it's sustainable. I was having a problem with that. In a city, you are putting a pavement. In a street like that, you're putting a pavement. Are you serious? That's what I had a problem with, because these cities, they are so undermining them to such an extent that they think that the tar road, where it was a tar road, they decide to put a pavement. The way these cities are being undermined. I didn't understand that thing, man. Guys, some of us, when we grew up, we wanted to go to cities because we knew we didn't have tar roads, we didn't have, things that are nice like in the cities. When you go there, you know that you will be walking in a tar road. But now when you go to cities, you'll find pavements. Anyway, it's okay, ladies and gentlemen. You have a good day. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I would appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so much. I was not angry, but I was just expressing myself, okay? Please, man, can you just sit down and think about this thing? Sit down, think, be. Well, what is the term? Well, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. You have a good day. We're out.